Hello everybody, this is Craig from 9 Games, and today they announced Silent Hill Remake. I mean, obviously I'm going to do a video about it. I also have not been talking about Silent Hill F, so let's do a video where we talk about the new Silent Hill games that are upcoming. I'm very upset at myself, by the way. I pissed myself off bad. When they did the remaster of Oblivion, I held up the strategy guide. So when they announced the remakes, I went to go get. I have 2 strategy guides for Silent Hill 1. I definitely posted on my strategy guide collection on here. Couldn't find them. That's the second time today that I went to go get something out of my storage and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find King of Fighters 12 and 13 on 360, and I'm still pissed about it because I'm getting old and I can't remember, or it's time to get a bigger place. Regardless, when I find it, I'm going to post a picture of them. But one's unauthorized and one's Brady Games. So, Silent Hill 1. Here's what I'm excited for, right? Everybody knows, obviously, I like 2 better. But Silent Hill 1 is like my baby, right? It's what got me into the series. I played it right when it came out, but it wasn't mine. I played it at my cousin Jay's house. And then I liked it so much, I ended up getting it. The things that I'm really excited about a remake is that it's hard to tell people to go back and play certain older games. My son will do it just because I like them, and he's competitive, so he speedruns everything. He wants to destroy however fast I did something. So I like that because he ends up playing the stuff that I've kind of like aiming him towards, right? And I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so it's hard with the dialogue, the way that it's written. I remember that even being one of the first complaints, or biggest complaints when the first game came out initially, was that the dialogue translation to English was pretty bad. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully they can fix that. The writing's obviously going to be better. The thing about Bloober Team is that they've already proved that they, as the kids say, understood the assignment with Silent Hill 2. And one of the things I appreciated about it is that although they changed some of the dialogue, some of the iconic lines stayed the same, but they changed the dialogue to kind of fit more of an actual conversation, which we didn't have in the games back then. We kind of just like, you read your line, you read your line, you read your line, because they didn't put the effort. I have something else to say about that effort, the money that Konami puts into Silent Hill, but I'll put that at the end after I talk about both games. Yeah, so I think a script revision is definitely in order. They're gonna make the game a little bit longer, obviously. So I'm really excited. I just want the dialogue and the voice acting fixed, which are just 2 things that are naturally gonna happen with the remake, anyways. I want it to feel like more of a, like when Harry and Sybil are talking, I want it to feel like an actual conversation instead of 2 people who aren't looking at each other talking. That's what the original Silent Hill feels like in terms of actual conversation. The thing that excites me the most, that obviously everybody wants, is a graphical improvement. I'm excited for that. I think they did complete justice to all the environments and the monsters in the 2 remakes. So it's going to be interesting because while obviously it's the same Silent Hill, it's a different Silent Hill. So it's not going to be a retread of 2. It's going to be the original game, which was I believe the game was darker in tone, not darker in like, oh, this PS1 limitation, we need to hide things in the background. Right, we can't render that much. I don't mean that. I mean like in terms of the Nowhere and the other hospital, like those were scary as shit, and I'm excited to have some of those come back. And obviously with the music that they played in the teaser, it's going to be original soundtrack, probably revamped versions like Silent Hill 2. As much as I love Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 1 soundtrack is my favorite, because there's some tracks in there that just aren't even, they're music, but they're not. You put that shit on in the dark when I was a kid, it'd scare the shit out of me. So I'm really excited to see things as they come out. When we get more information, a good look at the game, I'm going to do a video akin to what I did to Silent Hill 2. I'm gonna keep up with that game, which will lead me into Silent Hill F. Silent Hill F, I'm watching the trailers as they come out, but I'm not reading into it. Here's why. As it's not a remake, I compare the original trilogy, and well, I include 4 now that I'm more appreciative. But I take the original trilogy and I think of it as my 3 kids, and when they were babies and someone was holding them, I would go cross-eyed, making sure one eye did not leave those children. That's how I feel about the game. So I'll keep up with the remakes, because inevitably, if one does well, which it will, they're gonna do 3 because they're tied together and they have to. I'm watching them like somebody holding my baby, because that's what it feels like. And I think when you truly invested the time and effort and love into a series, that's the way that you would look at something when it's being remade. I feel bad for the people who got remakes of something that they liked and it turned out to be shit, because we're getting lucky over here on the Silent Hill front right now. So when it comes to Silent Hill F, while I'm watching the trailers, I'm paying attention to what the base story is about. Obviously that girl killed somebody. Obviously she's responsible for the death of whoever the mannequin is. But see, that's the thing. I want to speculate. I don't want to go in and get answers. I don't want to listen to the devs telling me about the story. I don't like any of that shit. And the reason that I want to do that is that when I played PT, let's circle back to PT real quick. PT I downloaded because it was a free thing that came out during that E3. I remember the exact day I played it, because when I started playing it, it took me about 20 minutes, and then it clicked. I saw the mark of Samael somewhere in there. I'm sure if you go back to videos, I have it. But when it clicked with me, I was like, this is a Silent Hill game. It was a really great, overwhelming feeling that someone didn't tell me beforehand that this is what you expect. And I just got the feeling, I was like, no, this feels like it belongs. I want to experience that with Silent Hill F, so I would like to go in as blindly as possible. And that's a game that I'll stream the first hour like I did with Silent Hill 2 when it comes out. I just think it's going to be a different tone for me, because I don't know what I'm doing. And that's very exciting about Silent Hill F, is that I finally get to go back into a game I'm excited about, unlike Homecoming and Downpour. And I get to go in blind and have a new experience and not have it attached to the things that I'm like, well, you're not connecting our Silent Hill properly. You know, like with Downpour or even Homecoming or The Room. I won't have that. So I'm actually, while I'm excited about Silent Hill 1 Remake, I'm really more excited to play Silent Hill F. I don't know. There's something about it that I hope there's no English translation. I hope it stays natively in Japanese. That's the way it should be played. I feel like it's going to be goofy having English voices. But that's my thoughts about it. So I did think of something while I was looking for those strategy guides. How come Konami doesn't put faith in Silent Hill? Like, they kind of treat it like it's a side series that they own. But when I think of Konami, you know, being a kid who grew up when Nintendo was released, the NES was released in America, when I think of Konami, me personally, it's Castlevania, Contra, Rocket Knight, Ninja Turtles, Simpsons game, right? We can take that away. We'll just say arcade classics, because they did just use the same formula. Arcade beat 'em ups, but we'll just say Ninja Turtles, right? Silent Hill, Metal Gear. So if you take the arcade games out, like, I think primarily when someone says Konami, people probably think Contra, Castlevania, Silent Hill, or Metal Gear. They show no love, absolutely no love to Silent Hill. Even on their Instagram account, they couldn't post something about Silent Hill without padding it with a fucking Metal Gear post. That's always weird to me, is they don't back it. So when I said something about Silent Hill 1, about them not backing it, I think we got real lucky with Silent Hill, because obviously the first one, they didn't know if it was going to take. So they didn't know if they were, big risk, potentially low reward at that point. So I remember it being advertised, but I remember it being advertised the same as other games that I wasn't gonna buy. You know what I mean? But this one was a horror game, so I was gonna buy it. Metal Gear is everywhere at the time. Metal Gear Solid, and I understand because it's, you know, it was a massive hit for them. But in the realm of horror, Silent Hill was a massive hit. It started a series that's considered one of the greatest of all time. I'm glad you're putting in the effort now and you're going through your renaissance. But if you did this consistently, you wouldn't have to claw your way back. I still hate Konami with a passion. I just like that they're putting their licenses in the hands of people that care this time around, because Tom Hewlett didn't care, Climax didn't care, Hijinks, I guess, didn't care. Bloober Team cares. So I'm glad you're turning your ship around after you already hit the iceberg. But welcome back, Konami, because I'll tell you what, Metal Gear Delta looks great too, but that's another video entirely. Actually, yep, I got Metal Gear Legacy Collection. I think that's going to be my next video. So I don't promote people on here a lot. I'm going to promote somebody. So while I said I'm not going to delve into Silent Hill F too deeply because I want to remain surprised, there are other people's opinions that I appreciate that do Silent Hill stuff. There's a whole community of people that I'm, you know, in and out of talks with, or, you know, communication with, who do Silent Hill stuff on a much larger scale than I do. Put in efforts, do videos. One in particular is an acquaintance of mine over on Instagram, and he obviously has YouTube and Twitch. His name is Iminlimbos. Check him out. He was actually, the reason I'm bringing him up is before I even went and did this video, I saw he posted something on Instagram where he was talking about the relevance of spider lilies in Silent Hill F. So if you want that type of information, go talk to that guy. Thank you guys for watching. I've been steady playing games and beating them, having a lot of fun with Pepper Grinder and the fucking assholes, the Capcom SNK collection. That's realistically what it is. So I got some videos coming out this week. Also a surprise video, which it's a fucking surprise. Thank you for watching.